My name is Chris Giordano. I have been in the city almost 5 years now, and I first joined City Renewal because I was actually just asked to join. Someone who was serving, we were like in the welcome to church night, going through the core values, and I was just sharing like my heart about how I grew up serving the homeless and just like living a life of justice and righteousness, and really my motto of like stopping for the one, just stopping for the person in front of you. And they said, I think you'd be a great fit for like, serving the city and joining the City Renewal team. And so from there, I kind of just showed up and got plugged in. I grew up kind of living missionally. I think from a very young age, that kind of was just instilled in me. And as I got to know the person of Jesus more intimately and follow him, it really became just a wanting to be closer to him. And it was just like a what are you doing, what are you saying type thing. And I wish it was more of like, Lord, I want to like reach the people on the streets, I want to do this, but it's always just been like, Lord, I want to be with you. And then in that pursuit, he has just shown me where he is and who he is. And so when he says like, what you've done to the least of these, you've done to me, as I've gotten closer to Jesus, I've gotten closer to his kingdom. And so what that's brought me to is just closer to his people, who are the brokenhearted, the marginalized, those in need, those suffering. And so it's just been really seeking more of him, and what that does is just leads me to his creation and his body and the people around me. It becomes more of like a yielding, but also more of just like an obedience, not for the sake of like I need to or I have to, but it's like an obedience of like, oh, I know like when I step out, I get to meet you face to face, or when I get to be your hands and feet, I get to like have that beautiful exchange with him in a way that's different than say like an encounter in worship, or receiving a prophetic word, or giving or ministering in spirit in more of like a church setting. It really starts to like expand and unfold the church to the streets and to really where there is like the need and where there is like the hunger. And I think of like the passage in Matthew 5 where it says, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. And also like, blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. And I think like when you think of a lot of people struggling or just like being impacted by like the injustices of the world, they are those people striving and yearning for righteousness, hungering and thirsting, and with really a pure heart that have just really been abused or taken advantage of. And so it's just an opportunity for me to like get closer to who Jesus is and to like see God through those lenses. And I mean, really, they minister to me more than I do to them. And it's not really like a place of I get to minister, it's just I get to like be with. And just like serving on City Renewal and, the hope and opportunity of leading others into the freedom that it is to step outside of your own circumstance and to just meet the Lord for who he is, wherever he is.